Hi, friends. This morning I saw a news story on the New York Times about this young man who had been filmed a couple weeks ago on a spring break beach among these crowds of young people boasting, "If I get corona, I get corona." Well, now he has posted a public apology for all of those people he has put at risk. He said he has finally had a change of heart and realized that his actions affected others. And he hoped that his apology would speak to others, quote, as a motivation to become a better person, a better friend, and a better citizen. He added, "Life is precious. Don't be arrogant and think you're invincible like myself." In other words, he finally realized that his wellness, or lack thereof, affected the wellness of people he loved and of people all over the world. Yesterday, Kat reminded us of Jesus' question, "Do you want to be made well?" That's a big question. In last Sunday's gospel reading, when Jesus encounters the man born blind, he smears mud on his eyes and then sends him to wash at the pool of Siloam, and the man comes back able to see. Jesus helps him, but the man had his part to play as well. Just like that man on spring break who has suddenly grown up and realized his responsibility toward the rest of the world. So do we want to be made well? I've been amazed by the measures I've seen from so many individuals and whole cities, including our own, saying that yes, we want to be made well. I think of my grandparents' generation and their response to the Great Depression and World War II. Individuals and the nation turned on a dime from their normal way of living, making dramatic personal and, yes, economic sacrifices in order for the world to be made well. We call them the greatest generation. Maybe this crisis will help us all to grow up, no matter our age, and become the new greatest generation, by doing everything in our power to answer Jesus' question with a resounding yes. We want to be made well. We want our world to be made well. At the same time, it's important to remember that the man who was blind didn't gain his sight all by his own actions. Jesus intervened as well. So we have actions that we can take and not take, but we also have prayer and God's intervening power. I'm guessing that you want to be well. I'm guessing that you also have many people you love, people whom you might not be able to see or touch or hold right now. I know I do. And you want them to be made well. You might be very worried about them. I'd like to share a prayer practice that I learned many years ago when I was deeply worried about a family member and found myself praying these long, very specific prayers for them. I was talking about this with a friend, and she said, "God probably already knows the specifics of what they need. Why don't you try this? Just close your eyes and imagine the person bathed in God's light. Imagine that person filled with light, whole and well." So, who are you worried about? Who do you want to be made well? I invite you to close your eyes. Picture them as clearly as you can. And then imagine them whole and well and bathed in God's healing light, just as I'm imagining you. Stay well. God bless.